Now, we've been to Barbados on a cruise ship. Interesting place. And if that interests you, then watch on as we tell you of our experiences. Well, hello there. I'm Mama Jane's husband, and I'm flying solo again today. I'm sorry to say, Mama Jane's not up to doing the video with me. And if you want to know more about that, then look at some of the other videos. But the short answer is she's got a benign meningioma, brain tumor. So she's all right, just gets her words mixed up now and again. So not so easy for her to do a video. So anyway, Barbados. We went and visited Barbados on a cruise ship. And it's a big port. It's a really big port, a large cruise port, with free Wi-Fi, if you wanted to know. There's lots and lots of shops there. A zillion taxis. Gosh, so many taxis. It's crazy. And we were booked on a cruise excursion, taking us to various parts of the island. The place we stopped was some tropical gardens. Very interesting place. I enjoyed having a walk around it. There's some lovely flowers. Well, you would in a botanical gardens, wouldn't you? Butterflies, some stunning butterflies, and hummingbirds. Now, never seen hummingbirds this close before, and too quick to photograph. Didn't get a photograph of them, so a bit disappointed about that, but nice to see them. So yes, we had a nice stop at Tropical Gardens in Barbados. And then we went to call at St. John's Church, which was in use because it was a Sunday. So we couldn't have a proper look around it. But it's the oldest church in the island of Barbados. A pretty average church, really. Congregation was big. They were having a good old hymn singing and service while we were there. So limited what I can show you of the church, sadly. But there's also the most amazing views across over the Atlantic, which was stunning. Well, I thought anyway. Anyway, next stop is we go over to the Atlantic side of the island. So Barbados, you've got a Caribbean side and the Atlantic side, okay? And when we got there, we got to this bay, a steep descent down to it, with these enormous rocks which have been deposited onto the beach. We'll see. And then we went back to the cruise port. Now, it wasn't the best excursion in the world. We were in Barbados on a Sunday. So the church we visited, but we couldn't see a great deal. Then when we got to the cruise port and decided we were going to have an adventure, and we walk into Barbados itself, Bridgetown, and have a look around. We discovered that because it was Sunday, lots of elsewhere was shut as well. So not a great day to visit, really, on a Sunday. But as ever, we made the best of a bad job. Now, it's about 20-minute walk into Barbados. Like I said, you wouldn't have a problem getting a taxi if you wanted to, but you can never see things as well as if you're walking, can you? So we walked in. It's easy to see the colonial past that is Barbados. You can see sort of Western style architecture and everything, and it's just got that colonial feel about the place. The government buildings. Now, I almost did a faux pas here because I thought you could go in and you couldn't. So we've got some photos outside the government buildings. And then you could cross over to a war memorial. Then we found a bridge. And all in all, we thought the centre of Barbados was a little bit run down. And I think we could see that the effects of COVID and the pandemic had not been good to the trade, lack of tourists and everything. It was all a lot run down, a lot of places shut. And I think since we've been there, not only have things not opened, but there's been a widespread sort of redevelopment thought about for parts of Barbados, Bridgetown. So we did find a very interesting square giving you some of the history of Bridgetown, Barbados. That I found that really interesting, actually. That was really well done and very interesting. To Carlise Beach, and this is quite a famous beach and everything. And we came across the Boatyard, which many other vloggers will talk about. And we got there quite late on, but they wanted to charge a lot of money to go in, actually. So I didn't quite like the deal of that. So it's up to you, isn't it, whether you think going in the Boatyard is worth it. We have discovered that it's not a private beach. Anybody can go on that beach. Anybody can walk across the front of the Boatyard. They just can't use the facilities of the Boatyard. You can swim in Carlise Bay. There is access points all the way along that you can get on. And you might just be able to see the turtles from Carlise Bay. Now, the thing is, some of the excursions where you go to see turtles and swim in water with the turtles are off Carlise Bay, so I've been told. So you could get a freebie by just getting onto Carlise Bay, walking along, and watching to see where they're going with the excursions to have a look, and just go and have a look yourself. So it's no big deal. Now, we did have an interesting experience because, like I said, there was nowhere really to stop and have a drink. There was a market going on in some of the side streets, and we happened upon a locals cafe, and it was local. It was local. It was a great cultural experience, I have to say, to have a drink and something to eat. It was a lovely moment in the visit. And then we saw a famous fish restaurant as well. Can't remember the name of that. Don't know why I haven't written down. Looked expensive to me. Anyway, we were tired by now, so we turned around, started to walk back. We found a bar on the way back that was open, which had quite a few cruise personnel from the ship on board. So they obviously called there regularly when they were in town. They knew there was a watering hole open on a Sunday, and a few of them congregated there. So we walked our way back. Again, nice little walk. Can't beat walking to really see a place, just takes longer. And somebody pointed out on one of the trees, there were these giant caterpillars. So I've got some photos of them, pop them in. All in all, Barbados, not the best visit we've ever had to a cruise port. Things shut. Yeah, I'd like to go back to Barbados and have another crack at it, I'll be perfectly honest. There is, I have to say, a lot on some of the cruise forums about Barbados and how to get the best out of it. And yeah, top tip, outside your hands, of course, but if you're there on a Sunday, beware, there's lots shut. So that's it for now. So it's a bye-bye from me, and it's a bye-bye from nobody else, because Mama Jane's not with me today. So, bye-bye.